Welcome to Bob Allen Adventures, and today we're going to explore the mystery of Molly's Nipple. And if you're interested in this beautiful outcropping here above Hurricane, be sure to watch to the end of the video as we talk about three complete different theories on how Molly's Nipple got its name, and the fact that there are numerous Molly Nipples around Utah and the western United States. And also be sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel at Bob Allen Adventures. To get to Molly's Nipple, take Highway 59 out of Hurricane, and about 3.5 miles down the road, you're going to turn right onto Gald Road. And it's paved for a little bit, and here is the dirt road. And the best way to figure out how to get to Molly's Nipple is to put it into Google Maps, Molly's Nipple, Hurricane, Utah, and it'll take you right to it. We are on the dirt road heading up to Molly's Nipple. Once you get up, start heading up the hill toward the ridge and Molly's Nipple, you got a great view over into Zion's. But the road so far has been high clearance, two-wheel drive. It is now starting to get a little more rocky. I am not in four-wheel drive. There is a large construction project going on up here. Leave it to the government to always be tearing up nice pristine desert ground for one reason or another. And not only is there construction going on up here, they're grazing cows up here as well. This is all BLM land. And this is right where we're going to turn to kind of take this stretch up to Molly's Nipple. This part certainly doesn't require four-wheel drive, but again, high clearance vehicle is a must. Off in the distance, it's probably hard to see with this video and the GoPro camera, but you can see Molly's Nipple from here, and we'll talk more about the mystery behind Molly's Nipple and some of its place in history in Utah, most in a lot of southern Utah, and a lot of other places in the United States that somehow refer to Molly's Nipple, what it may mean, and some very famous mountains that have a similar name or similar reference. Okay, here's a section we're going downhill, and here's where I would say your two-wheel drive high-profile truck I wouldn't bring here. I guess if you hit this hill fast enough you'd make it up, but you're sure beating your car to death. So I've now switched it to high-profile four-wheel drive, and we'll see if I have to go in four-wheel drive to go up that. And here's a pretty hefty hill we're coming up to right now, and I may go into four-wheel drive before we try that, just because it's easier. Going into four-wheel drive. Not that I think we absolutely needed it, but it saves having to bounce around more. Slowly crawl up the hill. Okay, we are on our way up to the top of Molly's Nipple. Shouldn't be too hard a hike, although as you can see, the last little bit's going to be a little bit steep. There is a nice parking area where we park the Jeep, but there's always somebody who wants to see how far up he can drive his vehicle, and that in some ways can ruin it for others when conservationists, environmentalists look sometimes at the damage that people do with their vehicles and then want to restrict the use of it. So if you're off-roading, be aware of that. Just at the base of the rock outcropping, or I suppose they call that the Nipple, and we're going to look for some caves. As they say, there's some caves that were used by the ancient American natives. If I can just get up here without breaking my leg or smashing my camera that's hanging around my neck, and hopefully without finding a rattlesnake sunning on the rocks. We're all but there. I should have put my camera in the backpack. Of course, then I can't get to it quick enough to take photos. And here we are on the top of Molly's Nipple. We didn't see any caves coming up that way. Once you're on top, you can see why the Native Americans used this as a place to signal their hunters that are out on those plains, and also to use it as a place to camp and for security from other tribes. And of course, the view is spectacular. There's Zion's off in the background, some mesas and buttes. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're going to work our way down, and we're going to came up the opposite side. We're going to come down this side now and just see if there's any caves we can see from this trail. 1999. Definitely cowboy graffiti. Or I should say cowboy petroglyphs. Actually, 1999, it's graffiti. But I am surprised I haven't seen any petroglyphs here from Native Americans. I don't consider myself old yet, just seasoned. Well, we're just about out of the rock field. It's just a nice trail back down to the Jeep. Incredible view from up there, and I think the next time I have family members down here, we'll hike back up there and we'll walk around to the other side, because I did from here all the way around 180 degrees I need to go 180 degrees around the left side. Now, as I told you, that was named after John Kitchen's wife's, Molly's Nipple. That's what the local folklore says. There's another theory of where this got its name, and other prominent peaks and outcroppings throughout the West, and even some back east. And that is that Molly was what they used to call prostitutes, which in some ways actually makes more sense when you consider how many peaks and prominent points are named Molly. And they're usually from mountain men, early explorers, and that actually probably makes a little bit more sense, other than maybe the ones that are local in southern Utah. John Kitchen did have a ranch. It was called the Nipple Ranch, and apparently it's still there. It's private property and posted, and apparently there's a lake close by that's called Nipple Lake. So maybe he really was fascinated with his wife's anatomy. But the rest of the places throughout the United States, particularly the western United States, I believe probably the fact that Molly was a name that they called prostitutes is more accurate. And if you go up to Teton National Park, where we were about a year and a half ago, the Grand Tetons, and Tetons mean the three big breasts or nipples. And so throw a third version of why these places are getting rather suggestive names is these mountain men and these explorers, I believe, were just out in the woods way, way, way too long. And when rocks and peaks start to remind you of a female anatomy, it's time to go back to civilization, as far as I'm concerned. And that's the mystery of Molly's Nipple. Three possible explanations of where they got their name. John Kitchen's wife. Molly was the name given to prostitutes. And just mountain men being out in the woods way, way, way too long. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, Bob Allen Adventures. We'll have another adventure here, hopefully another week or so, and then we have some really good adventures coming up in another month or so, which will include Thailand and Bangkok. And so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we post our next video. Thanks for watching.